Hey everyone, this is Rachel and welcome to another scrapbooking process video. If you hang out until after the video is through, there are always detailed shots of my current layout. Let's get going! Hey everyone, so welcome to another episode of Stretch the Sketch. This is where we take a normally 12 by 12 sketch and morph it into something else, whether it be like I am using a traveler's notebook or a double page layout or any other version besides a 12 by 12 layout. Now today's sketch happens to be an 8.5 by 11, but everyone thought it was really cute, so we decided to go ahead and use it. All right, that sketch is by Page Maps, by the way. I will make sure to put a link to all of the ladies who are joining in this YouTube hop in the description box below, so please make sure you go on and check out all of their videos as well. So I am once again in my Traveler's Notebook, Oh Favorites. This is just a book I am making that just has a bunch of different things, and it's all sorts of things, TV shows, books, movies, food, all just a bunch of different things that I really like. And once again, I'm also working with Pink Paisley's Oh My Heart collection and trying to keep it to the flatter embellishments just to keep my Traveler's Notebook on the flatter side. I think that is it, and I've nattered on long enough. I'm going to go ahead and get you guys put on fast forward so you can watch this YouTube video. All right, folks, let's get going. Okay, so this layout is going to be pretty true to the sketch. The only difference is rather than using speech bubbles, I'm going to go for florals. But I've got my two photos and I'm basically just going to smack dab right in the center, do this sketch, and then just split it down the center. I did this, I believe, last month, same thing, where I did the central piece and I just split it up. Now I'm looking for a piece of paper to be the mat that the sketch has, and I'm going to use this purple ombre. I'm just going to ombre it left to right rather than top to bottom. So if you notice my two photos, they are of the TV show Gem, which was a cartoon from the 80s, and I loved that cartoon. And I know you're thinking, well, just because, you're talking about your favorites. Well, even though it came out in the 80s, they did re-release it on DVD, oh gosh, probably like 15 years ago, and I watched all of them again. I think it's because it has the music in it, and I am big into music, so which is funny because I haven't done any music favorite layouts, and basically because it's really, really, really hard for me to pick favorite music. I do have some plans to put in, say, maybe some favorite bands or genres, but to try to pick like someone says, "What's your favorite song?" I'd be like, "Oh, do you have an hour?" Depending on my mood. So anyway, but Gem has always been a favorite of mine. In fact, if it wouldn't ding me for copyright infringement, I could totally sing the theme song for you right now, 30 years later from when I first started watching this TV show. So here I'm going to start with the ephemera pieces using basically all of the florals. And I'm going to intermingle that with those chipboard pieces that are florals as well. I tried for that bright side, but it's too big. And I'm sorry if you can hear it, but just right now, my neighbor has decided to mow their lawn. So if you can hear that, I apologize. So here I am picking out some of the chipboard pieces and laying them on top of the ephemera pieces. And this one does not want to come off. I think I'm going to use that somewhere else. So I leave it off to the left there along with that pink heart. Now this little heck yes is what I'm going to use for my journaling. And I'm just doing the same thing, exactly what I told you, that, I've always enjoyed this television show. I even watched it back as a grown-up. And of course, as a grown-up, yes, it's silly and parts of it don't make sense. But I'm okay with that. It still brings me joy. So I go ahead and write that, and then I'm just going to trim that off, obviously, since it's hanging off the edge of the traveler's notebook. You can hear my dog is wandering around, so you're going to hear a little bit of tap dancing. Now, as usual with any chipboard piece, I do reinforce it with liquid glue that is going to bite me in the butt come back when I get to a certain point, but that's fine. So if you'll note on the chipboard piece over on the right hand side, there is another floral piece that apparently I just totally missed going on the first time I looked. And at some point I'm going, oh, right now actually, I'm really, oh, you know what? I forgot about that. And I lay it there and I go ahead and I put it on with liquid glue, and I really don't like it. Like, I didn't even realize at the time I put it down that I didn't like it. It wasn't until I went to take the final photo that I'm like, ugh, I don't really like this. But I use liquid glue, and when I tried to pick it up, it was just taking the paper with it. So it was just, nope, it's got to stay there. Oh well, I don't hate it or anything, but it's just not my absolute favorite. So I've got my title out using these Daily Flash alphas from October Afternoon. My title, for those of you familiar with Gem, is going to be Truly Outrageous because that was kind of one of their taglines. And I added that heart, and I'm adding another flower piece over by the title, and I am going to finish up this layout. This actually went by really quick. I'm going to finish up this layout with some really bright enamel dots. Thank you guys for joining me so much. Do not forget to head on over to the description box and check out all the other ladies who are participating in this YouTube hop. All right, folks, I will see you hopefully next month with another one of these episodes. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!